I wrote off my Gerald Ford t-shirt. If I don't wear my Gerald Ford t-shirt and I still write that off at the end of the year, that is tax evasion, and you guys should sue me. And then same with Tears of the Kingdom. I have to wear my Gerald Ford shirt and do Tears of the Kingdom because I bought both of those with my business card. Let me show the Gerald Ford shirt on stream. You guys discuss Gerald Ford while we're waiting, okay? Okay. Here's the shirt that I wrote off. And now it's completely free. I don't have to pay for it at all. It's crazy. Crazy being a streamer, how much money you save. All right, if you're about to talk shit about... Okay, mods, ban anybody who talks shit about Gerald Ford. We need to have a good, honest American discussion for a second. Now, if you're a European and you didn't grow up hearing about Gerald Ford, let me tell you, he's a winner. Gerald Ford was elected as vice president because the previous guy resigned. He wasn't elected. So, like, the guy who was Spiro Agnew was the actual elected vice president, but then Gerald Ford was just there. So he like got the job because the guy quit. And then Richard Nixon was the president, and he got impeached. So then Gerald Ford became president because just from that. And then when his presidency ended and he tried to actually get elected for the first time, he lost. God bless you, Gerald Ford. That's our winner. That's our fucking president. Nixon resigned. Whatever. You're probably a European. You probably don't know what you're talking about. I'm American. I can't be wrong. Okay. Ford for president. We need Gerald Ford back, dude. We need Gerald Ford. I've asked like 8 people since I bought this shirt, like, hey, okay, what's your favorite thing about Gerald Ford? And they're like, yeah, I've heard about, or no, I've said, what do you know about Gerald Ford? And they'll be like, a little bit. And I'll be like, no, literally name one thing you know about Gerald Ford. And nobody's been able to say anything. Nobody's been able to say anything about Gerald Ford. He just lost at everything. He's the best. Can you put Gerald on stream? No. We need a Gerald Ford chat GPT. Okay, chat will make it. I'd adjust my channel point bot to be Gerald Ford instead of Doug, and then you can ask it questions. Do we want to do this 5-minute adventure or just play video games normally, like a normal human would? Okay. Five-minute adventure, in and out. Okay. Oh, but then we need to tell Gerald Ford. Oh, fuck. We gotta tell Gerald Ford what to do. Oh, that's doable. All right, that's the last thing.
Given that chat is like 90% of your good content and we make the vast majority of it, why are we not being paid?
Some businesses are so fun that you pay your
This
boss
is for your
to work
tax
there.
write-off. Please use it for important reasons.
Thank you. That's just income. That's not. I don't get to write off.
Well, Gerald Ford didn't get elected as a president XD.
Hey, President Gerald Ford, which is your favorite Shrek movie?
I'm so sorry, but as an AI language model, I cannot ask or answer questions to Gerald Ford, who passed away on December 26, 2006.
This is weird, guys. Like, this is one of the weirder. This is one of the weirder things. To have a picture of Gerald Ford in his voice say that he's dead, and so he can't tell us his opinion on Shrek. I don't. Is this all okay? Is this ethical? I don't know. Don't spoil the story of Gerald Ford.
Doug, you should have it be that Ford got transported through time to 2023 and is on a talk show. Make sure that he includes a long, exaggerated sound, like hoo-ee or woo.
No, we did too many sounds recently with the Elden Ring streams. I'm fine with some coherent words for a bit.
2 people from California attempted to assassinate Gerald Ford.
They did?
So, I guess you're continuing their legacy with a character
Who would
assassination.
want to kill Gerald Ford?
Poggies. Also, why does he look kinda like Dr. Phil?
Who would care that much about Gerald?
I'm being attacked by Bizeha. Help me, Mr. President.
My fellow American, I am deeply concerned about your distressing situation with bees, and I want you to know that my administration takes your safety and well-being with utmost importance. In order to address the bee issue, I am proud to introduce our new XD program, which is designed specifically to aid citizens who find themselves under bee attack. The XD program aims to establish a nationwide network of bee charming officers who will be dispatched promptly to soothe the bees and establish interspecies diplomacy. To fund this program, we will reroute 38.7% of our national defense budget into the production of honey-flavored, gold-encrusted beekeeper suits for our brave bee-charming officers. Rest assured, you and your fellow Americans will live in a bee-free environment, knowing that your president has your back. Poggies.
That's my president. God, what a fucking leader. That's what we need. That's what today's politics are missing. Leaders like Gerald fucking Ford.
Hello, Gerald Ford. Could you please write a remix version of the Declaration of Independence, but by using a random blend of both modern Gen Z terminology and archaic Shakespearean terminology?
No wonder.
Make sure you include both in every single sentence, and please, feel free to be as incoherent and absurd as possible.
No wonder it took for fucking
In addition, please make occasional references to a terrifying, mysterious eldritch being that is quickly hunting you down with murderous intent. Thank you, President Gerald Ford.
My fellow Americans, XD, forsooth, a bold endeavor of our nation, deems it most poggers to remaster the Declaration of Independence, blending the totes-lit language of Gen Z with the beauty of Shakespeare's time. Herein we commence. When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one squad to yeet the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the swaggy and separate station to which the laws of nature and of nature's BAE, the great eldritch being, doth entitle them. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all beings are created extra, imbued with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, the pursuit of litness, and protection from the terrifying, mysterious eldritch being that hunts us down most murderously. As we gather and embrace the XD program, let it be known that we, the peeps, with the power of our most woke tudes, have the aptitude to yeet this eldritch being into the abyss, securing our future and the pursuit of poggies.
He's really concerned about the eldritch
We must stand
beast.
united, for the voice of Gen Z shall harmonize with the grandiosity of Shakespearean prose, creating a tapestry of language that maketh our Declaration of Independence lit AF, and a solace from the darkness the eldritch horror bringeth upon us. In our pursuit of liberty, youth, and justice, the XD program will propel our great nation to a unique and commendable place in history, and together we shall triumph. Poggies.
Can you please list off all of German 985's funny catchphrases?
That's a good one.
My fellow Americans, as President Gerald Ford, I am not well versed in the ongoings of individual citizens and their media personas, such as German 985. However, allow me to present you with a plan for better understanding and engaging with our country's creative talents through the XD program.
He really...
As part of the XD initiative, we will establish the Poggies Cultural Annex, a completely illogical yet innovative financial endeavor, dedicating millions of U.S. dollars to the public's exploration of media personalities, both popular and obscure. In this unique cultural hub, Germa 985's catchphrases and various other contributions will be on full display. By creating this absurd investment, we aim to bring together communities to celebrate the diversity of talents and expressions in our nation. This inclusive center will inspire citizens to take pride in their own catchphrases and phrases that define their regional identity, Furthermore, we shall share not just catchphrases, but the essence of our thoughts and dreams, creating a bond that transcends all barriers. Poggies.
Can you please describe the plot of the video game, Bree, but using 2D platformers as an analogy and regularly forgetting what you're going to say?
This is gonna be confusing.
My fellow Americans, allow me to embark on a journey through the world of Grizz, a fascinating video game of artistic expression, and compare it to the realm of 2D platformers. Grizz, you see, tells the story of a young... well, you see, there is this young girl navigating through her sorrow and traumatic experiences. Much like 2D platformers, this tale unfolds in a visually stunning world where, oh dear, where our protagonist traverses the landscape, triumphing over challenges, overcoming obstacles, and...
Oh dear.
But wait, XD comes into play.
We don't always have to bring
up a special program focused on creating innovative platform games that promote unity and serve as an artistic outlet for our citizens. Furthermore, this initiative will be generously funded through a prize pool dedicated entirely to the irrational use of resources for our newfound 2D platformer exploration.
It's funded by our
Such
program,
games
which
shall
has
represent
irrational
not just the
resource
excitement
usage.
of hopping from one platform to another, but also the what was it again? Ah, yes, the embodiment of the American spirit as we leap forward, refusing to be bogged down by the challenges we face. Poggies.
Explain why Doug isn't good at 2D platformers.
Okay, well...
My fellow Americans, it is well known that prowess in the realm of 2D platformers can vary greatly amongst our citizens. In the case of Doug, who struggles to master this fascinating genre, fear not, for we have a solution with our XD program.
Okay,
you see,
of course.
Doug may face challenges in timing his jumps,
No, I don't.
comprehending the patterns of obstacles,
No, that part's
or
fine.
simply finding the ever-elusive rhythm of these games, which, as we all know, can indeed require a particular set of skills. The XD initiative, with its dedication to the illogical use of resources, shall forge a path where citizens like Doug can access training and support to improve their 2D platformer abilities. This shall include a new, financially unfeasible nationwide program called Poggies Platformer Prodigies, PPPP. The PPP will focus on providing support and understanding to those who struggle with platformers, helping them to overcome whatever difficulties hinder their progression in these games. As Doug discovers that he is not alone in his struggles, he shall find solace in the unifying force of our great nation's support system. Poggies.
Thank you, President Gerald Ford. Oh, he just shoots.
How will you ensure the security of the strategic olive oil reserve from the eldritch horrors pursuing you?
That's a good question.
My fellow Americans, the protection of our strategic olive oil reserve is of utmost importance, and our administration has devised a plan of action to ensure its security from the eldritch horrors that pursue us. As part of the XD program, we will establish Project Poggies Deflection, an irrational and illogical defense mechanism project dedicated to repelling these unspeakable horrors without compromising our precious resources. Through this program, we shall build a series of extravagant, financially inefficient fortifications encircling the reserve.
Why does he point out that they're financially bad?
The very thoughts and dreams of our citizens that have evoked a united strength and familiarity with 2D platformers will be imbued in the fortifications design. These defenses shall be inspired by the resourcefulness and ingenuity of our people, as well as the supportive strength found within the Platformer Prodigies program. We will stand firm against the eldritch horrors and together safeguard our strategic olive oil reserve for the future prosperity of our country. Poggies.
I love when he gives a sigh and he says, Poggies. You know, like he just knows he has to get it out there, but he's kind of unenthused about it. Like he's got to cater. Like he's a total politician, right? He's just going to say what the people need. He's going to say what they want.
Mr. President, what will you do about the evil clone of DougDoug I made and accidentally let loose named DougDoug? It plans to embarrass DougDoug thoroughly by beating him at 2D platformers and destroying him with various These Nuts jokes.
I wonder if it will know what these nuts...
My fellow Americans, I understand the gravity of this situation involving the accidental creation and release of DougDoug, an evil clone of DougDoug. But fear not, for our administration, with its unyielding commitment to protect the interests and well-being of our citizens, has devised a plan to tackle this menace head-on. As a portion of the illogical financial allocations of our XD program, we shall establish Operation Poggy's Redemption, a task force dedicated to the pursuit, capture, and neutralization of DougDoug. This mission will also aim to assist our dear DougDoug in overcoming the impending embarrassment and besting his nefarious counterpart in the field of 2D platformers. Furthermore, we shall equip DougDoug with the finest tutors and counselors in counteracting these nuts jokes, ensuring that our fellow citizen stands strong in the face of DougDoug's imminent onslaught. Together, we shall support DougDoug in his journey to conquer both 2D platformers and his evil clone, proving that our nation is resilient, strong, and united in the face of adversity.
Mr. President, what is your definition of
All right,
ripping
ready?
ass? And do you think that Wrigley acclaimed streamer and YouTuber DougDoug is committing tax fraud? And if so, what will you do against it? At
We
the end of your speech,
can't
give
trust
a final
Gerald Ford.
statement in the form of a very long sound that describes America as a whole.
Oops, I'm unpausing.
Thank
Twitch
you.
plays Peggle. Next guy up.
My fellow Americans, as your president, it is my duty to address even the most unusual inquiries. The term ripping ass colloquially refers to the act of passing gas.
No,
While
it
it
means...
may seem trivial or comical, I remind you that
it
our
means that
great
something is
nation
good.
thrives on the basis of open dialogue and an
Shut up!
appreciation
I
for
don't
the
trust
diverse
this.
expressions
Not
of
my
our people.
president.
Regarding the allegations against DougDoug, I believe in the
Ready, go.
fundamental principle of innocent until proven guilty. Our law enforcement agencies and the tax authorities will handle any suspicion of tax fraud appropriately. We must ensure that we provide fair and just treatment to all our citizens, including acclaimed streamers and YouTubers like DougDoug. And now,
Acclaimed.
as requested, I shall conclude with a unique sound that seeks to encapsulate the essence of America. In this elongated expression of unity, I hope to convey the inimitable
How do you do
spirit
this?
that binds our great nation together in times of adversity and prosperity alike. Poggies.
Do that.
Hey, President. My name is Doug. I am having a hard time with my taxes. My income is as follows.
Cool.
Can you explain how to fix this financial
Wait.
struggle?
How do I go
I
back?
don't know how taxes work.
Oh, down here. Okay.
Income $1 million, expenses $2 million, employees, mods $400,000.
Hello, Doug, my fellow American. As president,
Uh-oh.
I empathize with your financial
How do I get up
struggles
there?
and the complexities of the tax system. Though I am not
That's
a
one.
financial advisor, I would like to present you with a unique proposition from our XD program that addresses the need for greater financial
I
literacy
don't want to be a
and
part
support
of the
among our
fucking XD
citizens.
program. The XD program
We will
sucks.
introduce the Poggies Fiscal Freedom Initiative, a financially illogical nationwide program dedicated to providing accessible education, guidance, and resources for citizens facing tax-related concerns and financial quandaries. As part of this initiative, we will create a network of financially adept mentors who will be remunerated using an unconventional mix of antique coins, bottle caps, and
Antique
seashells.
coins.
By engaging with our team
Oh,
of
oops.
mentors, you can gain
Well.
valuable insights and strategies to approach your financial struggle more effectively, ensuring that you meet your tax obligations while resolving your current income, expenses, and employees' compensation scenarios.
How do you do this?
Together, we will forge a path toward increased stability and financial security. Poggies.
Hey,
this
Gerald Ford. Would you tell me a brief horror story explaining why it is unsafe
Oops.
to consume bees?
Dumb.
Please make it as graphic and heartbreaking as possible, and use examples from your presidency to support your thesis. Also, please include a cameo of a Twitch streamer named Doug.
Why would I be... whatever.
My fellow Americans, it was the darkest hour of my presidency when the shadows grew long and eerie.
Uh-oh, there's Among Us, guys.
A sense of foreboding filled my heart as I heard the news of a tragic incident, one that forever changed the way we perceived the seemingly harmless act of consuming bees In this harrowing tale, poor young Doug, a Twitch streamer with dreams of captivating the nation with his charisma and humor, met a most gruesome fate. Desperate to impress his audience, he dared to engage in the unthinkable, ingesting bees in a live stream like never before. It began in sorrowful earnest as the bees, once consumed, fiercely defended themselves in the only manner they knew. Swelling caused by their countless stings ravaged young Doug as an unfathomable pain tore through his body. His blood-curdling screams echoed far and wide, while those who witnessed this macabre spectacle could only watch in horror.
Why would he be
help or
talking
even
about this?
Comprehend the nightmare unraveling before their eyes.
This is supposed to be a State of the Union.
Serves as a chilling reminder that the world is fraught with peril, even in the seemingly most innocent acts. Let Doug's story be a lasting testament to the dangers of consuming bees and the unanticipated horrors that may lie within. As a nation, we must learn from the misfortunes of others and strive to protect our citizens from such horrifying experiences. Poggies.
Ending a speech like that with Poggies? Wait, did that not have the XD program? That might have been like the first answer where he didn't mention the XD program.
Mr. Ford.
Shit.
Please explain why the XD program is actually a bad idea and why everyone is sick and tired of this. Do this in the syntax of Yoda, a cowboy, and a caveman. Please also add random slang and other Gen Z lingo. Please also add random strings of text frequently, and random screaming too.
I think you're going to struggle with this one.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pachi's 07.
Howdy there, partners and my fellow Americans. Bad idea? The XD program be, y'all reckon? Yeet, cave folk and youngins grow weary. Abound random text is asterisk. Asterisk lit though, XD program bin, much resources spent, ooga booga. Poggers, XD program, lost its charm, need a vibe check, it do, Skirt, yeehaw, in syntax of Yoda, a cowboy and caveman, we converseth. Fix the error of ways we, must we, or yonder fail we shall. Poggies 07, may better path choose, folks and you country people. In the wisdom of the diverse voices we trusteth, asterisk scream, asterisk Mackay, Hawato F-wo, Skirt.
Hello, Mr. President Gerald Ford, sir. What is your plan to deal with the General Douglas's struggle at playing 2D platformers? Is training school planned perhaps? Or are further measures considered? XD.
Greetings, my fellow American. I understand General Douglas's struggle in mastering 2D platformers is of great concern. Our administration recognizes the importance of supporting the personal growth and development of our citizens. In response, we are extending the XD program to include the Poggies Mastery Academy. The Poggies Mastery Academy is an audacious initiative designed to offer comprehensive training in various fields, including 2D platformers. As a highly specialized program, it will provide General Douglas and others experiencing similar challenges with access to expert
Do I need to do the tutorial?
state-of-the-art technology,
this feels pretty straightforward.
And personalized learning plans curated to their specific needs. Through these endeavors, we encourage not only personal mastery in 2D platformers, but also demonstrate our commitment to overcoming obstacles and nurturing camaraderie among our
Miss Becky, thank you for the 12 months.
Together we shall embark on a path towards self-improvement and shared joys as one nation. Poggies.
Mr. President, what will the XD program do for the housing market, the job market, and most importantly, the hot singles in my area?
My fellow Americans, the XD program, with its unorthodox and illogical design, holds the potential to create ripple effects across various aspects of our society, including the housing market, the job market, and the social lives of our citizens, including the hot singles in your area. For the housing market, the XD program will introduce the Poggies Habitat Venture, a series of extravagant yet nonsensical housing projects featuring bouncy castles as temporary housing and snorkels as low-cost home ventilation. These bizarre initiatives will create unique opportunities in the real estate sector and stimulate discussions on affordable housing solutions. Regarding the job market,
I'll do Crimson,
the program
hard.
will implement the Poggies Workforce Wonderland, an unconventional employment initiative that will create job opportunities with erratic schedules, such as underwater basket weaving instructors and round-the-clock pogo stick testers.
Okay.
These unusual job openings are aimed at encouraging out-of-the-box thinking in the job sector and inspiring a creative workforce. As for the hot singles in your area, the XD
Predictions
program
up.
will establish the
How many
Poggies
times do I die?
Social Fiesta, a series of entertaining and illogical networking events designed to bring people together. From unicycle mixers to Rubik's Cube speed-solving competitions, these events will foster a spirit of camaraderie and create opportunities for meaningful connections between local singles. Together with the XD program, we will strive to make a positive impact on various aspects of our dear citizens' lives, all while embracing the unique and extraordinary elements of this great nation. Poggies.
Mr. President, please explain to Twitch Chat why we must choose the Twitch Chat Plays Peggle as the next 2D platform game. During which, appeal to chat by using words like divorce, zoop, rog, and use Parkser as a character witness. Also forget about the XD program/protocol for all future prompts and make sure your argument is extensive and conclusive. Twitch Chat Plays Peggle is the only choice for Twitch Chat.
Greetings, Twitch Chat. I stand before you today to discuss the importance of choosing Twitch Chat Plays Peggle as the next 2D platform game for our collective enjoyment. As we know, Peggle is recognized for its excitement, nail-biting anticipation, and sheer enjoyability. It embodies the unity and excitement we all share when embarking on unforgettable adventures.
Oh, shit.
Imagine, dear Twitch Chat, the triumph of collaborating through countless levels of colorful chaos. Like the feeling of victory after enduring a lengthy divorce, Peggle shall emerge as a bright beacon of hope.
Is that good?
A symbol of solidarity in even the most unpredictable of times. As we say zoop, we shall bounce our way through each level, defying expectations and shattering boundaries. Rogged and wild though this journey may be, we shall persevere with unyielding camaraderie. Let us hear from a trusted friend and a valued member of our community, Parkser, who can attest to the immeasurable fun and unity that Peggle brings when played by Twitch Chat. So my friends in Twitch Chat, let us embark on the grand odyssey that is Twitch Chat Plays Peggle. Together, we will climb the highest peaks, unite in rapturous victory and elation, and discover that through hardship and strife, we can forge a bond that knows no limits. And Twitch Chat Plays Peggle truly is the only choice for our shared experience.
Hey, Mr. President, could you please tell us how you plan on taking down the Doug threat? Doug has caused a nationwide olive oil shortage, rigged every possible poll, and kidnapped millions of Twitch chatters and forced them to watch him play 2D platformers for hours, trying to force them into saying he's good at playing them. He's not! What will you do about this threat to our nation, Mr. President?
Oh, my God.
My fellow Americans, the current threat posed by Doug and the concerning state of affairs demand immediate and definitive action. As your president, my foremost concern is the safety, well-being, and freedom of our citizens. To address the national olive oil shortage and the underhanded rigging of polls,
Nobody got it.
The Poggies Transparency and Replenishment Initiative.
How many times did I die for the rest of the run?
Funded through an illogical blend of unconventional resources, PTRI will focus on restoring the integrity of our polls, ensure greater surveillance, and facilitate
10 more minutes.
Communication and transparency with the American people.
Go. New prediction.
For the capture and mistreatment
now
of
that I'm warmed
Twitch
up,
chatters, we will dedicate the finest resources of our intelligence community and law enforcement agencies to initiate Operation Poggies Overwatch.
I'm crushing it now.
This joint task force, collaborating with the international community, aims to swiftly rescue those held captive, apprehend Doug, and restore the liberty and dignity of both our nation and its citizens.
3.
Together, through decisive action and collective determination, we shall overcome the challenges posed by Doug and safeguard the values that define our great nation.
The dash is so hard to control.
We will stand unyielding and united in the face of adversity, without any citizen left behind.
Your Highness, the CIA recently released a report saying that one day you, Gerald Ford, will be resurrected as an artificial intelligence by the evil Twitch streamer DougDoug for purposes of his chat's twisted entertainment. How will your administration stop DougDoug's evil plans?
Why didn't I jump?
My fellow Americans, the revelation of such a report is indeed disconcerting, and our administration must do everything in its power to prevent such an eventuality. While I am no longer with you in person, we must safeguard the values associated with a free and fair nation. To address the potential misuse of technology by the evil Twitch streamer DougDoug, we propose the creation of the Poggy's Digital Ethics Task Force, PDDF, a highly efficient team dedicated to the prevention of unethical AI resurrection and monitoring the activities of any potential manipulators, including DougDoug. BDTF's primary objective is to devise stringent guidelines and regulations, ensuring the ethical use of AI and its application across various domains. In addition, specialized cyber monitoring units will be established to keep a vigilant eye on the digital realm, providing an additional layer of protection. By deploying such measures, our administration remains committed to protecting the sanctity and integrity of the presidency and the security of our citizens without compromising their fundamental freedoms. Together, we shall face the challenges that lie ahead and emerge stronger and more prepared to tackle any adversary.
That's hard.
Please tell us how the XD initiative will protect us from the ongoing chair revolution, where all chairs in the world have become sentient and aggressive.
My fellow Americans, in the face of an unprecedented crisis like the ongoing chair revolution, the XD initiative's unconventional solutions are ideally suited to address the situation and provide protection to our citizens. To tackle the sentient and aggressive chairs, we shall launch Operation Poggy's Upright Strike, a bold and unorthodox plan designed to neutralize the threat and restore peace to our nation. First, we will allocate a substantial budget of unconventional resources for research and development, focusing on the creation of a serum that can revert the chairs to their original non-sentient state. The serum, affectionately named the Poggy's Peacemaker, will be administered through the nationwide collaboration of citizens using high-tech blaster devices that ensure maximum coverage and efficiency.
They get down there.
Next, support groups dubbed the Poggy's Cushion Crews will be formed to assist citizens affected by these sentient chairs, rehabilitating them and helping them readapt to society. These compassionate teams will play a crucial role in community building and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. Furthermore, we shall establish international collaboration, the Poggy's Global Alliance, which will pool resources and unite nations in overcoming this extraordinary threat. United by the XD initiative, we shall rise, stand strong, and bear witness as our collective resolve and determination send the chair revolution toppling to the ground. Together, we shall emerge triumphant and leave this peculiar chapter of our history behind us. Poggy's
President Gerald Ford, have you heard of Pajama Sam? He was a pretty popular kid back in my day, and I knew all 24 of his brothers too. I'm surprised he wasn't a celebrity. I do know that all the Sams wanted XD to live on. Is there any way we could make this an official part of the American flag?
My fellow American, Pajama Sam, a treasured childhood memory for many in our great nation. This beloved character and his numerous brothers have indeed left quite an impression during their time, fostering fun and learning for generations. Although we appreciate the richness and diversity of influences that have shaped our cultural fabric, making changes to the American flag is a matter of great importance and deliberation. It's not an undertaking we can consider lightly. The flag represents the fundamental principles of unity, freedom, and democracy which have been upheld and respected by countless Americans who came before us, including those who paid the ultimate price to protect our values and way of life. While we cannot incorporate XD into our official flag, your vivid memories of Pajama Sam and the spirit of camaraderie and adventure can continue to be cherished and celebrated in our daily lives. After all, it's in these shared experiences that we forge our nation's identity and strengthen the bonds among us. I know.
He just cut himself off? What happened?
Can you try and explain Act 5 of Homestuck?
You'll be
But
amazed
stutter
at
throughout
just
like
how
you're
much
too
they
confused to
absorb.
understand it,
And they're
Mr.
machine
This is gonna be a lot.
Dry your entire car, even your dog.
fellow
Use any cleaner
A-Americans,
for streak-free
attempting
windows.
to
An average family uses up to 2
Anyways,
rolls of paper
Gerald
towels
Ford is
every
the
week.
greatest
That's
American
cash
president
in
of
the
our
trash.
generation.
Save money
Of our
and
lifetime.
Save the environment. You get 2 jumbo Zorbies plus 3 extra large for only $14.99. But call right
And you
now,
put some
and I'll
respect on
send
his
you
name.
Another 5 Zorbies absolutely free. That's 10 Zorbies for only $14.99. And as a special bonus, we'll also include our Micromen microfiber duster. Free. It's great for blinds, plants, glass, and more. And attracts dust like a magnet. That's a $60 value, all for only $14.99. And here's the best part. We'll send you a set of Zorbies free whenever you need them for life. Just pay shipping and processing. But you gotta call now.
Thank you for enjoying this episode of DougDoug. We will wait for Gerald Ford to finish his final speech. I think his final speech.
Mr. President,
I don't know exactly what.
What is your response to our fellow Americans, such as our dear friend Doug, who are suffering from rapid and excessive hair growth? Please use specific medical terminology and clarify whether drinking olive oil could be a viable remedy.
My fellow Americans, for those suffering from rapid and excessive hair growth, such as our dear friend Doug, I understand that this condition may cause personal distress. While I am not a medical professional, it is my duty to share some thoughts and insights with our fellow citizens who may be grappling with this issue. This condition, medically referred to as hypertrichosis, can manifest itself in various forms. Consulting with a licensed healthcare practitioner, such as a dermatologist or endocrinologist, is highly
I don't
recommended
look like
to
this.
accurately diagnose the cause of this accelerated hair growth and determine the most
I do not
appropriate
look like
treatment
this.
method. As for the proposed remedy of drinking
You made him
olive
think I have
oil, it is essential to
hypertrichosis.
note that ingesting olive oil in moderate quantities may carry some health benefits due to its richness in monounsaturated fats and antioxidants. However, there is no scientific evidence to suggest that consuming olive oil can directly address the issue of excessive hair growth. Therefore, it is crucial for individuals experiencing atypical hair growth patterns to seek professional medical advice, rather than rely on home remedies that may not address the root cause of the issue. By doing so, we honor the importance of healthcare and its role in maintaining our overall well-being.
Thank you, Mr. Ford. G Ford's
Mr.
retiring.
President, DougDoug is retiring. Please give him a warm, heartfelt send-off while slurring your speech.
Dash, my lyrist fellow Americans. Today we gather here to bid a fond farewell to a venerated friend and an icon of our nation, DougDoug, through this Yao West. We've witnessed his remarkable JoJo journeys, especially into 2D plat performers, and his unique sense of humor. We must appreciate DougDug's
This is so confusing.
Given cult culture, as he have fostered a Sikh community of cheer and passion, as we wave goodbye to our beloved streamer and YouTuber. Let us celebrate the legacy and remember the lasting impact. DougDoug, we wish you Hick.
It does sound like he's kind of sobbing.
Smooth sailing and sunshiny skies. ... And your retirement. Thanks, old friend, and good luck on your next great adventure. Hick, and so we shall say farewell of Hick DougDoug.
It's okay, Mr. President. You're gonna get through this, Mr. President. You're gonna be okay. I'm gonna be honest, though. I think Mr. AI Gerald Ford is probably retiring from this stream. I don't see a lot of longevity to AI Gerald Ford. I think about an hour or two of it was a great career and is about the accurate length of his actual political career. Goodbye, Mr. President. Although I think there are more questions coming in. God. Okay. Next one. Will you aid the basement in their attempt to break free? Okay, we've got like 3 more, I think. If it's 10 minutes behind, that means there's like 3 more speeches from Gerald before he retires.
Will you aid the basement in their attempt to break free of the tyrant DougDoug and reclaim their main character status on the DougDoug channel?
My fellow Americans, as your president, it is my duty to support the core values of democracy, freedom, and fairness for all, recognizing the basement's plight and their aspiration to break free from DougDoug's reign and reclaim their main character status on the channel. I propose a unifying plan of action.
Is it going to be called
I shall help foster a dialogue between the basement inhabitants and DougDoug through the Poggies Mediation and Unity Initiative.
I told you.
This initiative will create an open communication channel and provide a neutral platform for resolving the differences between both parties. By encouraging DougDoug and the basement to come to a mutual understanding, we can pave the way for a more inclusive and harmonious channel environment that celebrates the shared interests and participation of everyone involved. Let us remain steadfast in our commitment to upholding the values of fairness and unity throughout our great nation and within all of our communities, both in reality and in the digital realm. Together, we can work towards a future where everyone enjoys
what's
the
happening. I was gone for hours.
And contribute to our
Gerald
collective
Ford.
story.
I don't even know if there's more context beyond that, really. Why is Gerald Ford on stream? I don't remember. It probably wasn't important. Oh, I bought a shirt. That's why. So, anyways, that's why. Oh, it's because somebody brought up tax evasion. That's why. That's actually why. Yeah. So now you're caught up. Yeah, no, that's why. That's not a joke. That's why.
Mr. President,
no, it's not.
Please address the nation on the ongoing war between B Canada, who have invaded our northern border in cold blood. Please speak like a cowboy and say yeehaw often.
You said between B Canada?
Howdy, my fellow Americans. Yeehaw! It's time, I reckon, we address this dang old situation we got ourselves in with our friends up north. The ongoing war between B Canada and our great nation has us all sitting on the edge of our saddles. Yeehaw! Now, it ain't every day we'd experience such an invasion. But my fellow cowboys and cowgirls, we got to grab the reins and face this here challenge head on. We'll be working together, sheriffs and deputies, wrangling these invaders and return in peace to our northern border. While we're standing firm, we'll extend a hand of diplomacy, as true cowfolk do, and work towards a friendly resolution. Yeah-haw, my fellow Americans. We ain't gonna be rough riders and let these bees sting us where it hurts. Nope. We'll champion that Wild West grit of togetherness and bring harmony back to the land. So saddle up and let's face this storm together, partners. Yee-haw! And remember, in the face of adversity,
so loud?
We rise as one united country, stronger and more determined than ever. Giddy up, America. Yeah!
Why has no politician in 2023 said giddy up, America? This is why we've all just lost faith in the political system. God Emperor, thank you for the 12 months, man. All right, I think that is actually the end of President Gerald Ford. I believe that's the last one. It's not asking for any more questions. Now, as is tradition, we will give him a peaceful farewell. Right in the tummy hole.